This is the second battle between Wibabrak and Hamilkar Barca in the Use It and Lose It tournament. This time Wibabrak is commanding Carthage, Hamilkar Barca is commanding Massilia. So the Carthaginian army consists of 3 mercenary Scutari cavalry on the flanks, 4 Carthaginian cavalry also on the flanks, interesting choice there, bringing that amount of medium cav, general's bodyguard, and 4 infantry. We have Libyan hoplites, mercenary Samnites, mercenary Scutari, Libyan hoplites, Libyan infantry, mercenary Samnites, mercenary Scutari. So just a massive blob of infantry. Those of you who don't like spaghetti lines, this must be your wet dream. Cavalry flanks with just a massive blob of infantry in the center. We'll see how it works out for him. This map is special, it's not a flat map, so it makes sense sending all of the infantry towards this central hill. That's probably where the main engagement is going to happen. Now let's have a look at the Massilian army. Hippeus Lancers, Celtic Warriors, Levy Free, Citizen Cav, Axe Warriors, Massilian Hoplites, Axe Warriors, Massilian Hoplites, Axe Warriors. Yeah, what you'd expect from Massilia, really. But I don't see the need for bringing Citizen Cavalry instead of Massilian Cavalry. Massilian Cavalry better in every single way aside from their armor, I think. So the mercenary Scutari position themselves on the flanks, as do the Carthaginian cavalry, and just a massive blob of infantry here going for the central hill. On this particular map, I don't think spreading out is the smartest choice, because it's all about this central hill, and if you can get enough units on this central hill, you're going to be fighting downhill. Even though you get flanked, you're going to be fighting downhill all the way, so very smart move, pushing up against the hill like that. The Libyan hoplites wanting to chase away some Levy Freemen here. Massilian hoplites moving up. Ideally, you want to engage from here. You could very easily find yourself fighting uphill if you don't engage in the proper way here, so that's something you do not want. And already you can see Massilia is starting to move around the Carthaginian blob. Celtic Warriors just sending in their precursors. They actually managed to bait out some precursors here, which was fairly nice. Citizen Cavalry being used a bit riskily here, but yeah, they're eating precursors. But actually, they ran into the Libyan infantry. They didn't get the charge. Over here, the Massilian hoplites are going to charge the Libyan hoplites in the center. Axe Warriors charging mercenary Samnites after the Levy Freemen got their precursors in, so that was nicely done. Celtic Warriors charging a massive blob of infantry here. There is no support. The Hippeus really would have needed to support this fight, because the Celtic Warriors are losing heavily. Mercenary Scutari cavalry coming in against the Celtic Warriors. But it looks like these Libyan infantry, they are sort of being pulled out, so they are taking more casualties than they needed to. The Hippeus Lancers come in, but a bit too late maybe. They are going to get a fair amount of kills here, but there are Libyan hoplites, and yeah, the mercenary Scutari cavalry is able to close off this fairly well. So Carthage is doing well on the flanks now. The mercenary Samnites losing decisively by being attacked in the rear by Massilian hoplites. They are also attacked in the rear. The Hippeus just being wasted here by being tied down by Carthaginian cavalry. One of the nice things about Carthaginian cavalry, 15 bonus versus large, very nice. Celtic Warriors here, not the optimal terrain to be using Celtic Warriors in, because they need to get good charges. So the Hippeus are being killed off, and they are not being used effectively here. Massilia losing a lot of units here on the flanks. And Carthage is able to fight downhill in a lot of these engagements. So that's very important for Carthage here. Levy Freemen being broken. The Axe Warriors fighting the Carthaginian Cav. The Carthaginian Cav being pulled out, and they're going to lose quite a few men here, I think. Being charged by Citizen Cavalry as well. So they are actually responding to the Citizen Cavalry. And over here, Hippeus versus Carthaginian Cavalry. That fight's going to take quite a long time, I think. Yep. The players are being pulled out to charge in here again. In the central engagement, Carthage is doing a reasonable job here. Mercenary Samnites are losing. Mercenary Samnites are losing decisively over here. I don't like Mercenary Samnites. I've said so before, but I really don't like them. And where Carthage won on the flanks, they're now getting charged by Massilian hoplites. So might be a problem here for the Libyans. The Carthaginian cavalry, Carthaginian bodyguard is being wisely kept here to support the morale of the units while staying out of danger. And yeah, the Epeios just get charged by Libyan hoplites. 30 bonus versus Lord is going to kill the Epeios very, very quickly. And once again we see this battle evolving into some flanking skirmishes, and then the central engagement. But it looks like the Axe Warriors here are the ones fighting downhill. And overall Massilia is getting good engagements. In the center at least, but they do have fragile units. They have Celtics, they have Axe Warriors here. So Axe Warriors not that fragile, but they are not the tankiest units due to lacking shield wall. So the Epeios on the flanks are destroyed. Carthaginian cavalry 80 kills, nice kills for Carthaginian cavalry. The Axe Warriors winning here against Libyan hoplites, of course. There's Scutari being chased away by citizen cavalry. And over here as well, we see Massilia fighting downhill against the Carthaginian units. The morale of the Carthaginian units being boosted here. The Axe Warriors are losing quite handsomely against the Samnites and the Mercenary Scutari, but the Mercenary Samnites are actually losing decisively now because they get charged by Celtic Warriors. And the flanks, Carthage is winning on the flanks, sending in the General's Bodyguard here for good measure to break the Axe Warriors. And if they manage to do that before the center folds, and if the center folds, yeah, the center is probably going to fold sometime soon. Sending in the Carthaginian cavalry against the Massilians, just to stop them a bit, just sending in all of the cavalry. Massilian hoplites is not going to care much about being charged by Scutari, but it might allow the Libyan hoplites to get in there, get in phalanx and do a bit more damage. But all of this cavalry is really not trading well here with the Massilian hoplites. The Massilian hoplites losing decisively on the charge due to being attacked in the rear, but it's actually the Massilian center that is starting to fold here. The Massilian hoplites are holding, but the Celtics and the Massilians and the Axe Warriors here, they're actually starting to break. And as they do so, the Mercenary Scutari cavalry comes in. It looks like they're going to ensure that these units don't come back. They're not actually... well, yeah, they are attacking them, and that's a smart choice here, actually. Just making sure these units shatter completely. The citizen cavalry is going to lose, of course. The Massilian hoplites getting attacked in the rear, losing decisively. They have 65 morale, so they're not going to break that easily. But they are certainly feeling the pain now, because a lot of these Carthaginian units are free, and now they're getting attacked. The Massilian hoplites over here are giving good account of themselves against the Libyan infantry, but they are about to get charged downhill by exhausted Samnite warriors. So they are dropping. Not in phalanx at the moment, so that's a problem for them. Phalanx helps so much in killing enemy infantry. Shatter now, the citizen cavalry, has held for a surprising amount of time. They shouldn't hold much longer though. And the Massilian hoplites getting attacked in the rear, so a costly victory there. And it was Wibo Brack commanding Carthage, Hamilkar Barca commanding Massilia. So the Massilian Hoplites, overall, a decent performance by them. The Celtics didn't, sort of decent on 2 of these units, but Celtics need to be supported, and the Hippeus Lancers are the units that stand out to me as the units that didn't perform as well as they needed to. They were sent in and they died, whereas although the kills aren't impressive on any of these cavalry units for Carthage, what stands out is the amount of rear charge penalties they were able to inflict and the amount of charges they were able to stop. So overall, the Carthaginian infantry, it doesn't do an amazing job, but just overall a solid performance, which was enough, getting Kurwa or Wibobrak a few more kills than the infantry of Massilia. And blowing up like that in the center, maybe it wouldn't make too much sense on a flat map, and I'm sure he wouldn't have done it on a flat map. But on this particular map, not the worst of ideas. It actually turned out to work out pretty well for him, and these kills on the Libyan Hoplites, they are quite good. The Massilian army, it wasn't a bad one, but against Carthage in particular, I think 3 Hippeus and 2 citizens are maybe not the optimal way of going about it, because of the citizens having... Massilian cavalry is a great unit. I would have liked to see some Massilian cavalry on the field for Massilia, but Wibobrak isn't an easy opponent. He has done really well in all of the battles I've seen in this tournament. He's come very far. Hamilkar Barca is no pushover. So this was a really good series. So good game, guys. Strength and honor.